It's still just about 2 weeks into the new year, so this is still decision period. And everyone has those things in their closet or on their desk or in their minds, actually, that probably need a little bit of decluttering. And etiquette today, we have Jeanette Adetu, who's going to be focusing on decluttering, one of the major issues that people have, and they don't know how it affects them on a day-to-day basis, even their productivity and all of that.
Absolutely.
And we're just going to go straight to it so that
Yeah.
we can do as much as possible within the time that we have. So decluttering, that's a very big deal.
It is.
In our lives.
Yes. So you're going to excuse my voice today.
Yes, definitely.
The weather. All right. Decluttering is really, really important, especially as we are still in the new year, still in the month of January. It is a new decade, all right? And you have to do things really different from before. Basically, to declutter is to really like release yourself of all those things that are causing claustrophobia, making you not think properly, not making you produce or be productive. So I would say for me, if you're looking at starting the new year with a new vision, new dreams, new ideas, you know, a new innovation, you have to declutter. And I'm going to just tell you a few things that you should declutter and start from now. You should declutter your goals. So maybe last year you had a lot of wild dreams and you're saying next year, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Start off by reducing some of those goals to just a few. Why? Because you want to achieve them, all right? Start with like 3 or 4 main goals and go after them properly. Why I'm saying that is because when we have so many goals, we don't even know where to start and we don't even know where to end.
So
and
reduce
most times
from,
we drop them.
Yeah, reduce from 20, 25 to
maybe
like
some of
3
them
or
are
4.
so nice, wild. Keep them as dreams and visions in one safe corner that you're going to pick up later on, okay? So with your goals, prune them down, declutter them to like 3 or 4 main top goals.
So declutter your goals.
Declutter your goals so that you can make them achievable. And that means make them SMART goals, you know, reduce them down to a certain time. Within 3 months, within the second quarter of 2020, I want to have achieved this. Maximum a year. All right? Then you want to start off again with your environment, okay? And I'm going to say, let's start with the home. Are you planning on recycling some clothes? You want to give them out to some people that, you know, hand-me-downs. You know, you've got junior ones that you want to give them down to. Are you planning on replacing them? Because, you know, I've used this, it's worn out, I want to replace it. Or are you planning on restoring them? So some of them, they still look good, they're still new, but because of your size or because of something, you want to reduce it, you want to enlarge it. So there are 5 R's. I said replace, reuse, restore, remove,
And
what again?
Sorry, just give me one more.
So you
restore.
want to restore it.
Yeah.
You want to reuse it. You want to replace it. You want to recycle it, or you want to remove it.
Or you want to remove it.
Yes.
So, so for many people, it's almost like when you open your wardrobe, you're like, oh, my mother gave me this, or I got this when I was in Brussels, and so you just have this emotional attachment. And passion
and
for
then
them.
that means you want to just keep them. You know, you don't want to remove them. You want to reuse them and keep on reusing them.
There are people who have stuff from years and years ago, and they just refuse to get rid of things. They don't want to remove anything.
Clutter.
So how do you then, especially if you live with such a person, how do you then let them down gently and say,
from the wardrobe, remove them from the wardrobe, keep them in a safe place because you're not really using them, but you want to keep them for memory, all right, memorabilia, keep them to one side, but declutter your wardrobe so that when you go into your wardrobe, you can see things that you want to use for a particular event, formal or social. When your wardrobe is so clustered, you yourself, you become so claustrophobic, all right? Then again, you want to also, in your home as well, go to your kitchen. Your kitchen is clustered with so many plastic containers that you bought things with.
Exactly.
You know, pots that are all over the place.
All those takeaway packs that
are storing up in your wardrobe and your cupboard in the kitchen. So declutter your kitchen and make it nice and clean. There's some things that are hanging around. Remove them. So when you walk into your kitchen, you feel revitalized by wanting to eat something fresh and all of that. Even your fridge. Declutter your fridge of old things that are getting spoiled, that you're keeping there forever and ever. Some of us keep things in the freezer for months.
6 months, 9 months,
right?
yeah.
And you're never going to eat it again. So either you're going to cook it or give it out. You know, sometimes you want to give it out to your staff or whatever.
Yeah, I do. It probably looks like something that you should do on a weekend, like especially when you're doing the fridge.
No. When it comes to decluttering, make up your mind. Are you going to do it over the weekend, over 2 weeks? Take it step by step, especially if it's the home. Other areas in the home are you're a man and you buy newspapers and you have one corner and you've stacked up your newspapers like
2
this.
years ago, because you're saying to yourself,
get them
I don't know
out
what's
of
going
the
to happen. I want to be
way.
able to read.
Please get them out of the way.
Yeah.
And let me quickly mention as well, declutter your office space. That's number one. You want to go into the new year being very, very productive, all right? Some of us, we still have so many things on our desk from last year, even though last year was 2 weeks ago, right? Whenever I'm leaving my office, I like to keep my desk clean. So when I come into to work the next day,
fresh,
I'm fresh. My ideas come out immediately. But some people have files on their table, mugs on their table, magazines on their table, pens, and so many things that are really clutter. And honestly, you are not productive. You can't think very well when you've got so many things. That's why they say some people are busy doing nothing because their desk is so full and you really can't think very well if you have a lot of clutter around you. It's very important to make sure your office space, so you have shoes that you've left there, you have a jacket, you have a bag, you have so many things all around your office space. It's time to declutter and walk in with a clean environment.
Yeah, so if you met someone who has this problem of cluttering and they don't feel like they have a problem, they feel like, look, I'm productive anyway, my office is a mess, my closet is a mess, even my car is a mess.
And they work like that.
But I just, I work like that. I like that kind of craziness around me. How would you begin to probably let them down gently, and also engage with them to...
It's a coaching space.
Yeah.
It's a psychological mindset. You need to tell them that, yes, you think you're productive with all these things around you, but why don't you try something different? Why don't you just move these things out of the way and let's see what happens? You go gently, you tell them, let's try this, let's try that. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You're giving them another mindset, something that they never would have thought of before. Once they try it, you never know until you try. Right? So it's like, let's try, what do you think let's move this around or let's rearrange. And I say even in the home too, once in a while, I always tell women, rearrange the bedroom, rearrange the living room, just make it look different. Honestly, it's a world of difference. When you walk into your living room and you see the furniture has been rearranged, it gives you a new lease of life.
Right.
And you also want to declutter your relationships. That's a very important one. All right. Some people have toxic relationships.
Yeah.
Please declutter them. If they are not productive or they add nothing to your core values in life, declutter them and walk into new spaces of relationships.
I like that. I like that last one. And in fact, I think some people need to use the 5 hours for some of their relationships.
Yes.
Remove and replace. Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness. Anyway, we're going to be going on a break now. That was a good one. Try to do some decluttering this month of January, and Janet Adetu has shown us the way. Quick break and we'll be right back with more.